Welcome to Discover Your Unique Self. My name is Sally G. Tadina. I'm a spirit guide and mentor. And we're going to look at the energy for today. It's on a Thursday, January 25th, 2024. And I want to start by sharing my own personal experience of the week. As you may know, human design with what is happening globally, whether you're aware or not. And that's the great thing about human design is that it really enhances your awareness. It helps you understand what is going on in the environment and how is that affecting everybody. It allows you to see and it gives you an opportunity to live out your type so that no matter what is going on, that you can survive and you can thrive. So as an example with my own personal experience, going to school, I get all of this feedback and comments from teachers and I raise my children individually and I do say that. And of course, when you are individual, it can really make the society, they can look at you like what's wrong with you? Right? Because you're living out your type, you're being unique, you're being yourself. And that can be a shock to a lot of people, especially if they're not used to that. And of course, we have school, institution, and they're there for a reason. And not just to teach you, but to also, they're like babysitters too for most of for parents who are mostly generators who have to go to work. And but we want to make sure that we can still adapt, but at the same time without compromising the children's individuality. So I get this feedback, and the four of them actually, they go to school, but so far it's just the three of them are being, they're getting some feedback from teachers because of the way that they're being seen. So as an example, with my little one, the youngest one that goes to school. So I have Robbie, who's a manifesting generator. He's 5 and he's got gate 41 as well. And maybe I can share his chart so that you can see if you're aware or if you know about design. And at least this will also give you an idea. You'll learn along the way. So let's look at Robbie's chart. So his real name starts with a B. There you go. Um, all right. So I'm going to share this so that you can see. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. And so this is him. This got 41. So this is the channel. It's got a channel, and it's obviously when that's the channel, it's always there. It's consistent. And this is a design of focus energy. And the reason why I'm using this as an example at the same time is because he's got the 41 in the design side, on the design side. So you can see 41.5. So right now, because we're going to be talking about today's energy, and today's energy is 40. So we got the 41 and 40 and 31. So the sun and the earth. So before I go there, I just wanted to share that, having a 41, having this channel, there's a lot of feelings and wanting to experience something new, something like a fantasy. So anyway, he's a manifesting generator with the sacral defined, right? So, and it's not like it goes straight into the throat. So there he's able to make sounds. And because you're in a classroom, and the teacher is teaching. So of course she's gonna say something about that. This is, distracting and it's noisy and what are you gonna do, right? So this is how I explained it without having to talk about human design or without having to go into all of that. And if you're a parent and you're dealing with the same thing, and some of you may resonate, this is how you can approach this. So I said, that's nice and all, right? Even the teacher says, oh, he's just a child and he's making all this sound and he hums and he goes outside and just goes outside the class looking for you. Okay, so what's going on here is that sounds he's got a motor that makes a sound, and it's called a sacral sound. And this is the only inner authority that you have that's going to really that talks. It talks because it makes a sound. It tells you if you're doing the right thing, if you're doing something with your energy that is correct for you in that moment. So one of the reasons that that could be happening is because he is not exhausting his energy correctly. Considering, given that he's got receptive way of learning, and obviously, not designed to be in this kind of like, school environment where you're going to be taught, everybody's taught the same thing at the same time when everybody is individual. So we have our own, the mood on what to learn in the moment. So he makes that sound, and that's just a communication. That's just telling you that that may not be correct, depending on what that sound is like. So I have, for example, Francisco, my youngest son, and it's simple for me to really hear him make sounds. He's like, but at the same time, he's also manifesting generator, but he's got like connection straight from sacral to the throat. So just to give you an example, let's go to compare that. I know I'm going around here with my story, but it will make sense. So it's got a connection from the sacral straight into the throat. And that's an example of a pure manifesting generator. And what happens is that because they're very busy, right? Busy. There's no time to make a sound. It just goes straight into action. So, but he's gonna be 2 soon, and he does make sound. Like he still can make sound sometimes. So when I ask him, "Do you want milk?" and he would just go, "Mm, mm." So that's like a very short sound, but like, mm. So I know that means yes, and I know that means it's correct for him to have that in the moment, or for him to spend his energy correctly in that moment, that way. So now back to Robbie. With manifesting generator, they have this buzzing sound, right? Like it's always buzzing. And for a generator, so you can see the difference. The generator has this humming. And for manifesting generator, it's this buzz that's there. And so because it's very active, like he needs to be really physically active, and he moves his hand a lot. So he's trying to channel that energy, but he can't seem to, you know, of course, he doesn't know either, right? He doesn't know where, because it depends on the environment he's in. He's really young. So as a parent, we are the one who can see this and can guide them. That's our role as a parent, is to guide our children. We don't need to tell them what to do, especially for generators. We need to ask them so that they get a chance to respond. So by asking them, you're allowing that sacral to continue to make sounds, and it's okay. So with school, that can be repressed. And I'm not blaming teachers. It's just they're there to teach. They're being told to teach, right? I mean, that's what they do. And if something like that happens, of course they're gonna say something and like, what are we gonna do about this? So I'll get to that part. So what I wanted to share is that for generators, you could probably relate because this may have happened to you when you were younger and you probably don't remember, or you're not aware of what happened. But, you know, when you make sounds, you allow that sound, and so you can communicate and honor that. And so what I've suggested is, because this is what happens, right? Because with the law, if one parent wants the child to go to school, then that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to dominate. And for me, if it was me, it would be different. But this is not the reality right now. So now he's being, sent to school, and then now he's making this sound. Um, so we have to find a way to adapt at the same time, but not compromise your individuality. So it's without compromising the individual, your individuality. So we need to honor still that that child's individuality, right? So what I suggested, which she kind of like, oh yeah, let's do that. So I said, whenever you hear him making that sound, it's just because he wants to do something else. His energy is looking for something else. So if you hear him maybe singing or making that sound again, just give him something, try a fidget thing that he can play with, so that he's still quiet, but at the same time I told the teacher that he's receptive. So that means that he learns best when he's actually doing something and without focus. So he's learning without focus. So he takes it all in. He may look like he's not listening. He may look like he's busy with something else, but he's actually taking that in, everything in his environment. So fidget would be one way to see how that goes. So I gave her alternatives or solutions that she can try, or find something that, like, maybe there's a small toy there that he likes, and it he responds very well to it. So it's not creating noise because he's already using his energy correctly, at the same time learning. Um, so yeah, that would be something that the teacher could do that would help your child, channel the energy that he needs. Mm, and so this is an example of how they're there to condition your children. And whether that's positive or negative, there's always conditioning from the outside forces, from external forces like school, even the people around you. Um, but the only thing that you can do is really to guide them, to help them understand their own inner authority, so that no matter what, even as young as 5, even younger, like right from the beginning, there is a way to really guide them. So allowing them to make sounds and teaching them that that's the one that's going to tell them if they're doing the correct thing for their energy or not. And yeah, paying attention to that. So you can see how that can be repressed really young, right? And that's my message for today, is to really, if you've been repressed, then you can understand what may have happened to you. Now you can go back, and now you can bring yourself to the present and understand that you can allow yourself again to just be okay to make sounds when it makes sounds, when you're sackled. That's a motor. So it's kind of like, how Francisco say, mm. So it's like, when you start your engine, right? And then later on it goes into when you rev it, right? It makes a louder sound. So that's what it is. And it's really, really, it makes things easier for you to understand that you're actually making the decisions that are correct for you. All right, so let's look at the energy for today, and maybe look at the theme of this whole week. It's been like the fourth day of the week, and it's just coincidentally that Thursday is a fourth day, but it's not always like that. It doesn't work that way. It just happened that that's what the day is today. So it's the fourth line day. But for the whole week, it's been about now I'm gonna share with you just now, which means it's the transit for today. That way you can see. All right, so this is the energy for today. And for the whole week, it's been about, again, this focused energy. And what I can advise you about that is to really, if it's affecting you personally, is to really focus on one feeling at a time. If there's a feeling or a fantasy of a new experience that you want to experience, go with that. Go with that feeling, that specific feeling. And then, as the day goes by, what's a new feeling that you want to experience? So you don't want to overwhelm yourself there. So that's the key here, is to really go one feeling at a time, because that's what it's doing for you. And also, there's this influence, the ability to lead, the ability to influence. So that's the theme of the week. If you go into details and if you go into day by day, so today is externalizing, expressing, communicating, sharing with others what that is, whatever it is that you want to, that you feel like sharing. So it's a great day to, talk to if you have a boss, it's a great time to maybe ask for a raise or something like that, to be able, anything to express, right? Anything you can lead in your environment, you're able to influence, you're able to speak and inform. So that's the energy for today. And the perfect time to, if you're going shopping, it's a perfect time to, get some treats or snacks. So things like that. It's very friendly. So if you're to meet somebody today, it's going to turn out very friendly. It's the time to socialize. It's a time to catch up with your friends and, yeah, just have conversations. And so, yeah, anything to do with connecting with people, networking, this is the perfect day for it. So take advantage of that. Again, follow your inner authority so that you are doing what is going to help you become successful in that. If you're a generator, you're responding to things that allow you to socialize, as an example, to be able to lead. This is the perfect time. Take advantage of that. If you're a leader somewhere in your career, this is a great time to show that, to express your leadership, to take advantage of that. And if you have gate 30, this would have a personal impact on you, as well as 7, gate 7. So find out how, or just watch and observe how you are being affected by the planet. See how that shows up, the influence, the ability to influence your friends, the ability to lead your group, your team, and this hunger for new experience, this abstract way of thinking. It could be anything that you can think of, anything that you want to fantasize about. This is the perfect time for imagination. What is that feeling you want to feel? And this is, yeah, this is, I like this because everything starts from your imagination, right? And then you can express that. You can postulate that. That way you can see it later on manifesting. So, whatever that is, share your ideas, share your vision with the world, share your vision with your friends, and you'll see how that can be even stronger. And you can also feel the frequency of when you're speaking. How does that feel for you? Is it in alignment with yourself? So that for me, as I speak, I don't know what I'm going to say, but once I say it, I get it. It's like, wow, this is a perfect time to share my vision and ideas with people. And that's exactly what my theme is for today. My message for today is about the school, right? So, to really to honor yourself and to help your children with their, with to really help them understand what they are. Even as simple as allowing them to understand how they can make decisions. If they're generators, just say, "Oh, pay attention to the sounds you make. And it's okay if you make sounds. Don't worry, it's okay. We accept that." And that is self-love. That is acceptance of yourself. See, and because the frequency that's happening in the background in the environment, we have this global cycle that is about to change in 2027. For 400 years, we've had this background of the energy of support. This is where you have marriage contracts and family relationship, the teachers, school, doctors, institutions, all of these things are there, there to help you, support you, but that's going to go away. And you can see it already happening. It's breaking down. So it's going into individuality. Why do you think people are always talking about this? Oh, you have to be, honor yourself, individual, you take care of yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, awakening, enlightenment, all of these things. Because if you are not, if you're not being individual, you're not living out your type, you might not survive what's going to happen. You might not know how to navigate through these changes. So now is like I was gonna say it's too late to start, but it's never too late. It's better late than not even do it at all. So if you start now and you're getting this message, you live out your type, learn how you make decisions that are correct for you. Because you're the one who's going to experience. You're the one who's either going to experience satisfaction or you're going to get frustrated. Are you the one who's going to suffer? Because someone else giving you opinions and all of this advice, they're not the one who's going to suffer if it fails, right? It's you. This is your life. You're the only one who can make that, who can embrace yourself, who can, in the end, makes the final decision. So that's my encouragement to you and to empower you and to help you understand what's coming and to prepare yourself. Really simple, make it simple. Find out your design, find out your authority, your inner authority, and then watch the wonder, watch the magic of how you operate, how you work. That's how you work. That's your nature. As long as you know, you allow that, you surrender to that body because your body is like your vehicle, like your car, and it's got its own driver. So it will just move, it knows its direction. You just have to allow the body to do its thing. And that's simple, right? And you watch that. That's awareness. You watch it happen. And yeah, so that's my message for today. And we will look at again next time, maybe tomorrow. I might do another recording to see, the energy tomorrow to prepare you is the perfect time to go shopping for practical things, right? To go shopping for things that you really need, things that are, the basic essential. And also ex- um, universalizing and sharing practical solutions, being practical and externalizing to people who are not just friends, but like even to strangers, right? So perfect time. So just prepare for that and just watch it work. So I hope this been hopefully entertaining and valuable for you. And I want to just say thank you for watching, thank you for taking this time to learn about today's energy and how this, because this is benefiting you. This is helping you understand what's going on. And it's going to, when you help one person, it's even just one being at a time, it can contribute to the whole, to the totality. because these children are the future. So we just need to condition them correctly so that we can, if we help these children, then the world becomes self instead of not self. And if you live in a not self world, that's a lot of frustration that you're going to be, experiencing. We are all affected by this. So, oh yeah, it's sharing my vision. I have this vision of being able to help children because this knowledge is really for children so that they can be conditioned correctly. And because of what's happening, it's like having your own school, but it's different because it's a school that's honoring them. It's an education. So my vision, and if you align with this, please, let's work together. Um, being able to educate, because all you can do is inform and educate them. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to inform, I'm here to educate, and then you can do the rest. And if it empowers you, that's awesome. And yeah, so thank you for watching and thank you for spending your time learning about this. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.